Dear students, this is Dr. Raj Mohammed, Assistant Professor, working at Station Government Degree College, Kadiri, Satyasai district. Earlier it is in Anantapur district. So in this video, I am going to explain the importance of fieldwork supervision, which is a part of social work subject. So in this video, I am going to explain the importance of supervision and what are the purpose of supervision and objectives of the supervision and nature of the supervision, and mainly I am going to discuss about the responsibilities of a supervisor. So these are all very important. So let me start with the objectives and learning outcomes of this topic. Of course, after completion of this video, you may understand the importance of fieldwork supervision in social work, and you will also be learn about the objectives and the nature of supervision, and to know and understand the responsibilities and duties of a supervisor in fieldwork. And let me start with the importance of supervision. Supervision is very, very important in the field work because without supervision, we can't complete the task. Supervision is an act of instance of directing, managing, or oversight. Or literally, it means oversee. Without supervisor, we cannot do anything. It is an interactive process between the supervisor and the supervisee, and the effectiveness of supervision is highly dependent on the quality of relationship between the student and supervisor. Supervision is very important. It is an integral part of social work education because in the field level, you need leadership. Without leader or supervisor, you don't know how to do the research. You don't know how to collect the data. So that is why fieldwork is the core in social work training. Similarly, fieldwork supervision is also very core area of your field practice. Supervision has played an important role. Supervision is aiding and guiding to the members or any others to the common works. Without supervision, the task cannot be complete. During the entire process of the collecting data, supervision contains elements of providing knowledge, helping to organize tasks, enhance motivation, and they will give some monitoring activity, and then only will get the result. Fieldwork supervision placing the planning, execution, evaluation, and everything is the directed. Okay. And supervision contains elements of providing knowledge, helping organizing talks, enhance motivation, monitoring activity results. Fieldwork is a critical point in the educational progress, where students learn in adaptive and flexible qualities. They may necessary for success in the social work profession. The fieldwork supervisor is an act of an educator, mentor, and guide, and they communicate the local languages, and they will give some responsible duties to the common people and to students. The fieldwork supervisor is also responsible both informal and formal evaluations and communicating and progress of the students. So without supervisor, you cannot complete the research or you cannot collect the data because you don't get the guideship from them, which means supervision is very, very important. Without supervision, if you go to any institution or any other company or any other place, there is a official, head of the department, head of the institution. So they will supervise all these things, what you are going to do, what you are going to do. So what are the purpose of supervision? There are three important purposes. Number one is management and accountability component. educational component, and supportive component. These three are very important for the purpose of supervision. Okay, what are the objectives of supervision? So without objective of the supervision, we can't do the research. Of course, there are many, but I will give few. To facilitate an educational and learning environment, in this case, this encourages the student to participate freely in discussing issues arising out of applying theory in practice settings, to assist the students to acquire capacity of critical analysis of the issues involved in any practice setting. The another important objective of the supervision is to encourage the students for acquiring the knowledge, self-knowledge, awareness and developmental programs. And of course, it helps the students to evolve a framework of a social work practice relevant to the requirements of the field setting. And they also get the framework of the structure of the society. And another important objective of supervision is to inculcate the values and attitudes among the students appropriate to the practice of professional social work, and to help students to assume an independent professional status. These are all some of the objectives of supervision. What is the nature of supervision? Means fieldwork conferences and seminars. Sometimes they are conducting workshops. In that case, supervisor is very important. Without supervision, he cannot complete this fieldwork. These are all incorporated along with the regular timetable. Presentations of unique interactions, discussions on possible plan of action, valuable clarifications, integration of theory and practice are encouraged during the fieldwork conferences. Individual and group conferences are held to assist students to refine their abilities and encourage group learning. Help the student to synchronize their thinking capacity and feelings and action of in relation to their placements. And of course, there are some responsibilities of supervisors. Of course, there are many responsibilities of supervisor because he is the soul and whole of that particular fieldwork. And everything is under the control of supervisor. Because for example, if you go to any place for doing some research work, some supervisor is definitely giving some suggestions to that group. It means supervisor is a leader of that particular group. Without leader, the team cannot get success. Even if you take in cricket match or football match or kabaddi team, there is a one leader. So he will give the suggestions and directions to other members. In that case, the supervisor do multiple responsibilities. For example, fieldwork setting and its requirements. Make the students understand the fieldwork settings and its requirements. Help the students to synchronize their thinking, feelings and action in relation to their placement. Enable the students to come up with the proposed plan of action and guide the students to release their theory and practice. Provide them information and provide planning and hard work and provide some equipment and provide them some planning and feedback and professional growth. And the supervisor may provide the information and provide some feedback to the students, and sometimes they will get to monitor and supervise the students on the fieldwork, enable the students to maintain proper records and prepare them in a group or students and conferences. Be a role model of a professional practice, very very important. And another important is to maintain proper records, prepare the students for the external viva voice, provide a stimulating learning environment to the students, and he is the coordinator of that particular group, and he is always giving cooperation to the team members, and they will give some assignments, and they providing stimulating learning environment to the students, and plan of action you will also give, provide professional and infrastructural support relating to learning of the student, and attest the daily field work of the student. So these are all the important um, duties of and responsibilities of a supervisor. So I think this topic is very useful for social work students. So thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge to the students. Thanks to the government of AP, thanks to the APCCE.